A patient came to see me years ago, came from another country, wanted to work with me for about a week. She was a psychotherapist in midlife. She'd been suffering from a number of symptoms, great hypochondriasis, any type of ailment that she's had. She's rushed seeing a doctor. She's afraid it's fatal illness. And furthermore, she had a whole series of fears now. She was extremely risk averse. You know, that she used to be a good ice skater and gave that up and had to give up skiing and was afraid to drive. And she had to take a whole handful of Valium to get on the airplane to come to this country. And it all began 2 years ago, quite precipitously. It began after the death of her mentor and very close friend. So we talked about this, went into it in great detail. I began to feel that these symptoms were gossamer thin manifestations of all death anxiety, of the hypochondriasis, the risk-averse behavior beginning suddenly after the death of a close friend. And in pursuing her awareness of death and a history of this, I asked her a question, which I almost ask all my patients who are dealing with this issue. It seems like a silly question, a simplistic question. In fact, so much so that I often will introduce it saying, I'm going to ask you a very simplistic question, but just humor me on this one and answer it anyway. The question I ask her is, will you, Joan, call her Joan. Joan, will you please tell me what precisely is it about death that so frightens you? As I say, it seems like a silly question, but the answers are quite varied and I think quite informative. Her answer immediately was, all the things I would not have done.